What are you boycotting till the day you die? I cancelled mine in maybe 2007-2008, and have moved 4 times. Haven't received any mail from them in the last 3 months since my last move, fingers crossed. I had Sirius for years and then I called and I said I wanted to cancel and the woman just went okay and cancelled me. No argument whatsoever. It was the strangest thing, and also it was the one time I was calling just to try to negotiate. She said okay and I was like, I mean, if there's a better deal, and she straight cancelled my sub. Never ever give them a card to charge. Always call and say you want to pay via check. Get the exact amount it will cost with tax included and mail it to them. They are so scummy, but I just want an easy place to hear new and upcoming music. State Farm. Thanks to some whistleblowers, they got busted committing fraud against their customers and the federal government after Hurricane Katrina. They told their claims adjusters to classify damage as flood damage, rather than wind damage, so that they could reject the claim and tell customers to file a federal flood insurance claim. I work for Walmart and will only shop there if I have to. The 10% discount I get from working at the DC doesn't even apply to half the stuff in the store. Yesterday me and some friends went to get groceries on our camping trip and got $6.11 off our $124 bill. Even if you take out a case of alcohol, $6.11 isn't 10% of $110. Any company or brand that puts advertisements on boat billboards that draw the beach and fuck up my horizon line, that's not a fair spot to try to capture my attention. After reading about these more over the past few days, I had no idea they were this common. I live in NYC and remember reading about a year ago that somebody from FL tried to create these for the Hudson River to start advertising on, and the city promptly told him to fuck right off. These should be illegal and anybody suggesting these should go to jail. Fuck these people. I wish I could boycott. Avoid those stupid Huel adverts with that grinning idiot in the hat. He even Q live more and rear tune me 20s, so whack. I don't use FB at all and haven't for a long time. I've had multiple people tell me I'm sketchy or weird because I don't care about social media. Like Jesus, just because I don't care about what fucking overpriced sandwich you're getting means I'm sketchy? Orange sticks. Around 10 years old, I ate the whole top layer, 14 sticks I think, and a little while later vomited 5 times in a row. I know it was my fault, but I can't look at them anymore without thinking about that. Johnson & Johnson. Their baby powder gave my sister stage 3 ovarian cancer at 29. She's on her 4th recurrence and just turned 32 and is about to enter hospice. Went from top of her career field and demand all over the country to living with our parents, and me to help care for her, and can't even walk up the stairs without help. Fuck them. K-Cups. I think the Keurig is a good product, but the disposable K-Cups are so wasteful. I have a Keurig, but I use a reusable cup that you can put ground coffee into. Honestly, I'm boycotting booking through any third-party booking sites, period. My bad experience was with a different company, although thanks to acquisitions, they are now part of Expedia, but the number one thing it taught me was that booking through anyone but the hotel airline means a customer service nightmare in the event that something goes wrong. You don't even want to know what the US military is dumping in the ocean. Full-size office copiers, bags and bags of paperwork. Basically any time we needed to clean it went into a storage space to be dumped over the side of the ship in the middle of the night, and every single division on every boat that I was ever on did this. Just a heads up, if you're boycotting Carnival you might as well boycott Princess Cruises, Ada, Costa, Cunard, Holland America, P&O, and Seabourn. They're all owned by the same parent company. Carnival Corp., and Princess has been also caught dumping in Alaska, if I'm correct. Nike products. Nike literally has the worst employee pay and treatment than any other retail company out there, not to mention their use of child labor, which I will agree with the fact that other companies use child labor as well. But Nike is on another level of corporate retail evil, knowing that there are, of course, well-paying white-collar Nike jobs in the market. I would like to clarify I am specifically talking about the obvious outsourced manufacturing jobs when I mention employee pay and treatment. Man said he expects BJ's but won't go down on a woman, which I just can't get behind. Also, when that came out, The Rock replied with something like "I like to master all my crafts," which implies to literally no one's surprised The Rock fucks. Beauty companies that test on animals: Revlon, Maybelline, Almay, Neutrogena, Rimmel, Garnier, L'Oreal, Pantene. There's a huge list. Walmart, notorious fast fashion brands, H&M, Forever 21, Zara, Topshop. I already paid those fuckers. I gave them money. They gave me a piece of paper so I could get a job in my industry. The transaction is concluded. Why would I keep sending them money? I had McDonald's for lunch a couple weeks ago. Should I drive over there today and toss $1 in the drive-thru window? I graduated last year and recently got an alum survey sent to my email. One section was all about financially supporting the university. My favorite question was, would you consider leaving money for university in your will? No? Question mark. Do people do that? I already paid thousands of dollars and am in debt due to student loans. Swimming with dolphins, riding an elephant, petting caged tigers. I want to do all of these things so much, because I adore animals, but I can never do it because these animals should not be there for our entertainment and enjoyment. I'm not a crazy animal activist or vegan or anything. I just can't bear the practices of how these animals are captured, treated, all of that stuff. SeaWorld was my favorite thing ever as a teen, but I won't ever take my kids there. Roy Biv, fuck indigo. And Isaac Newton's weird thing with the number 7. Indigo is just a trumped-up tertiary color and it doesn't belong with the others. And violet, what? Why? It should just be roy. 3 primary colors, 3 secondary colors. As a professional artist, I approve this message. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Debates. Cause it's always about who's the idiot out of the two parties. And debates never focus on the solution of a problem or the answer. Plus it reduces a great question into a fucking binary that nobody cares about at all. Every dollar is a vote. Do I vote for the farmer's market, or the fuck who went to space for funsies? There are a lot of things I boycott, but ultimately it's a drop in the bucket. Bottled water, bottled shampoo, plastic deodorant bars, plastic razors, hair dye, and avoid purchases with disposable plastics. It's been 3 years of practicing zero waste. It's injected hundreds of dollars into my local economy and taken hundreds of dollars out of corporations' hands annually. I'll never buy those products again. Amazon. They are trying to kill companies here in Sweden by coming here and undercutting their prices. They also asked our government if they could just not pay any taxes. Gladly they have to pay taxes, and nobody buys from them either because their website is shit and shipment isn't free by default. Bird Box. There are definitely worse movies, but with the whole marketing effort made and basically pure pettiness, I have made it a rule to never watch it. Lol. This makes me sad. But the amazing breakfast place near me, they have great potatoes and omelets. But their response to COVID was terrible and I can't forget it. They allowed indoor dining the whole time while it was banned here, and their staff never wore a mask or anything. I just didn't feel safe going there even for takeout. Also, they once forgot half my meal, so maybe it's personal too. All the restaurants in New Mexico that fought against the pandemic safety measures, it was convenient for me that they signed up for a big lawsuit that they lost, so I have a nice list of who they are to reference. Heinz Ketchup. They abandoned a manufacturing facility in a small Canadian town near me to move production to Mexico. This would have crippled the town if not for French's Ketchup taking it over and keeping most everyone's jobs alive. We only buy French's now and always will. I started boycotting Apple when I realized they were deleting my music from my iTunes library. But only music I didn't buy from them. Fuck that. Walmart have not been in one in 7 years, nor ordered online. The only thing they have going for them is allowing travelers to sleep in their parking spots. This is due tip my hat to Apple. They are not getting a single penny from me in my life. Every single thing is shamelessly made and designed for them to make more money. The phones have a auto detect if you use third-party charging cables, for God's sake. Everything. It's disgusting. Jimmy Fallon. Not only did he help humanize Trump, but he made a few snarky remarks about people who were critical of him. Plus his fake laughter and enthusiasm is really annoying. Wall Street Journal for pushing Vince Forster to suicide. He left a note outlining his feelings about what the paper had done to him, unjustly. Forster was a top aide to the Clintons in 1993. I have stuck to this lifelong vow to hear, 30 years, and will stick to it until my departure or until the Murdoch family no longer controls it. Shine. And trying to boycott fast fashion in general. Terrible for the environment. Workers making the clothes are paid dust and they're not even good quality. I'm proud to say I've never bought from, and I'm still trying to massively cut down on my fast fashion consumption from other brands. China's CCP, because they threaten my country with missiles and invasion, blocking my country from joining WHO, stealing my country's allies with false promises, forced my country to participate in Olympic without country flag, and many more. Amazon, Uber and all the food delivery cancer apps, and Nestle, as much as possible, and Apple, but not out of political awareness. I just find everything about them douchey. BP Oil. Something about dumping millions of gallons of oil into the ocean and single-handedly causing the largest ecological disaster in my lifetime doesn't sit right with me. Honestly, not sure why they're allowed to still exist after a fuck-up that big. Diamonds for jewelry. One of the worst things society has been complicit for around 100 years. Due to an ad campaign, wars have been waged and whole villages have been slaughtered or enslaved so some yuppie couple can think this worthless stone with no resale value is the symbol of love. It's asinine. Of all the things cancel culture has gone after, this has been overlooked. Mexican here. Businesses run by cab idiots. The best taco place in my town was ravaged by it, and the people running the place still refuse to use a goddamn mask. I also had to switch barbers and my bakery. Sucks that I had to that, but like I always say, you vote with your wallet. My dad didn't get to be the milk monitor when he was in primary school. He hasn't touched the stuff since, has his coffee black, and will generally avoid creamy things, like certain meals with a fair bit of milk cream in. It's honestly baffling. AutoZone. They wouldn't honor a rebate because they said I didn't send in my receipt. The rebate form was on the back of the receipt. Not to mention, I had an AutoZone card, so they knew exactly what I had purchased. I'll never shop there again. Neopronouns. Hate me, downvote me if you want, but let me explain. Be gay, be bi, be lesbian, be trans, be a they. All those make perfect sense to me. But how the fuck do you expect me to uproot my entire knowledge of grammar to constantly refer to you as bun self? And notice it's just the angst-type teens. I've scoured the internet and I can't find a single person under 20 who uses neopronouns. Jesus Christ, stop. Subway, you accept me to believe they didn't know what Jared was doing? He's the face of your company and you weren't keeping tabs on him? If I ran a company and a human was the mascot for it, I would be invading that person's privacy on the daily. I don't care what laws I'd be breaking. Bottled spring water produced by companies destroying water tables. It's completely unnecessary and so environmentally destructive. Regular purified water is just fine, and I wish people would stop creating the extra demand for depleting water resources faster than they can be replenished. I drove taxis also. The pros of taxis is, at least a Neil, 1. They carry at least a $1 million insurance policy. 2. They have to do a yearly background check through the police. I even had to drive a detective around like a road test. It is far more regulated than Uber and Lyft, plus the rates are the rates. No upcharge for traveling at peak times. Same, I boycotted when it was easy for me. Either was none around me and I had never had them, had someone's because I wanted to be open-minded. It was fine but not exactly the religious experience all the people who told me it was worth it for was, so no real attachment, and I think it's kind of wild that there's been such a turn around on it. Denny's restaurant. 30 years ago we went to one that looked like a food fight just happened, got bad. Slow service and cold food. When I complained, the manager said that if I didn't like it, go somewhere else. I haven't convinced others, many others in groups, to do the same. Wrote a complaint to corporate but never heard back. Giving my labor time to the arms, profit from death, industry. It's outdated, anti-human and disgusting. No matter the wages they offer, they can't buy my soul. Fast food. I stopped eating out during the pandemic, relapsed twice since reopening started in Canada, and just felt gross. I'll do coffee, maybe a bagel or bread, but besides that, no more eating out. Really sucks for dating but oh well, save the turtles. TurboTax and all other Intuit products. They have lobbied side by side with Grover Norquist to keep American income taxes complicated. I have used free file options only for years now, which work fine BTW, because I hate them so much. Starbucks. Schultz has been praised by the Israeli government for sponsoring pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian seminars on college campuses, losing the media battle. Jerusalem Report. April 22, 2002, and his company has sponsored a fundraising event for the Israel Emergency Solidarity Fund, an organization which engages in crass anti-Palestinian propaganda to raise money to support the families of Israeli soldiers who have died while protecting Israel's illegal military occupation of Palestinian territories. EA Games. Someone got into my Origin account, they got me banned, and as a result I lost access to every EA game I have ever bought on PC, hundreds of dollars worth. EA then basically told me to F off, never giving them another dime. Apple. They charge insane amounts of money for adapters and accessories that only work with Apple products. You got to get proprietary charging cables. Why can't they just use USB-C like everyone else? Because greed. They want you to shell out that extra money for Apple even though you already bought an expensive phone from them. Their service and repair policy is disgusting and exploitative. Best Buy. The PSU on my gaming PC died within 30 days. They had it for 30 days repairing it, found out they dropped it and broke it beyond repair early on. Refunded me my 3-year Geek Squad protection, except they prorated it because I had it for 60 days, then only gave me store credit for the computer refund. Circuit City. Oh wait, they died first. For sold me a warranty for a phone and then wouldn't honor it when I had an issue. They claimed some fine print loophole that I asked the salesman originally and he said it was covered. Had to buy a new phone, never went back. I'll never buy brand new from Logitech ever again. Their stuff is poorly designed garbage, and even after RMA in a headset 3 times the 4th headset had the same problem. They have no QC and no shame about it. 100% Nestle, privating water in Africa, not holding their promises, and contributing to the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. And I'd really like to boycott Amazon, but it's literally the best way to order stuff online. But I don't order much online anyway, cause supporting your local shops is way better.